Hey, I'm Kev, Mr. Welcome back to rFactor 2. It's this time in the Puma P052 around the Ibarra circuit in Ecuador as we start 7th for another 10-lap race. It goes 110% opponents. Again, 50% aggression, 50% damage multiplier. Let's see if we can get on the podium on this occasion. As we've been practicing hard in this car, we actually drove for like an hour rather than just the 30 minutes we had. The last car in the MCR. Well, Gapur has a fantastic start. So we're trying to judge where to go here. Go on the outside. Then see we started in second in this car. Because you'll notice in the lower gears, not the best car to have. Even though it's a 5-speed gear, but it's all about kind of 3rd to 5th round it. But mostly 4th is your go-to gear. But we're showing off this beautiful circuit in Ecuador. And a pretty nice car to drive as well. This Puma, I haven't really driven this car. There was a Puma pack released for Automobilista around the turn of the year. But very late last year. It's going to the last chicane, not going to attempt to pass there. In the final corner where I'm having difficulty, he's getting that back end out of control and carrying momentum through the corner. Once again, demonstrating it there. But against 20 opponents, we are second, so fantastic start as we've got someone down our inside into the flat out right hander. Even when you are too wide. And then a slight lift into the second corner. And in this third corner, you're braking down a straight line, down to 4th gear. You have to be so careful with the throttle and the brakes in this car. And into the tight right hander, down to 3rd gear, one of the slightest points of the circuit. And this corner where you can actually just lift off and let the car float through there in 4th, but once again I had to dab the brakes on entry. In the left hander where the backhand can get away from you. In 3rd, then quickly up to 4th. Then just play with the throttle through that right hander, flat out for the next right, then dab the brakes for the next left. Such a fast, fearsome corner in this car. So once again he messes up in front. This time do we have the inside line for the fast chicane at the end of the lap? Not quite. Have the back out again. But normally you're just slightly lifting through there and then you brake, straight line. Before you switch back on yourself. Be careful getting on the power for the long straight ahead. And to get it down to 3rd, and that is a lap of this wonderful circuit. And when you actually look at the circuit map as well, you've got a lake like on the inside, it's like built around that. You've got these rolling mountains around here. But it is very picturesque, very easy to get distracted while you're racing. It's all lifted a bit too late there. We've got the run again. Isn't it down the inside, just not giving us the room. You know, he's struggling. Do we have the run finally? Into the right, take a look. Oh, he's holding it. We've got him out of shape. Down the inside to the left, not quite. Just not able to make the move, unfortunately. And there's that back end trying to get around. So we've got a guy behind who's a bit interested in us as well. There's a sector where you kind of lose out. You see we gain in the fast stuff and then kind of lose out in the slower stuff. Once again, wait for that back end to come around and nail the throttle. Fortunately, you get a fantastic run, but it's always into this fast chicane. We need to be right in their arse, so you just lift through here and brake on the exit. So you're setting even 128s in practice, so try and match that. 129.9, so around a 1.5 seconds off the pace. What we're capable of. So he's breaking into the first corner. No wonder it's so much quicker. Here we go. This is our chance to take the lead. Slight lift a bit earlier this time because we've got the inside line. We take the lead here. And I can really show off this circuit, show how beautiful it is. So once again, got to be careful on the brakes. There's another piece of content, both of these from the Reiza DLC. So it already showed off a couple of pieces. Might show off a few more as well, not just these two, but show off Imola and Virginia International Raceway. As well as the Metal Moros, the other Puma car, Puma GTE, which I've given a go at around this circuit. It is a mighty tough car, that, to drive, and in the Formula V as well, equally as tough, because those cars were more old school, but not the best at driving cars that actually require finesse. And not modern either. Like, I like my downforce. And I like cars that are quite stable, perhaps slightly oversteery, not really understeery. Even though I'm perhaps better at driving round an understeery car than an oversteery car. But this car, it does really feel like an updated version of that old Puma GTE, or the old driven of the other car. Because they both have the same characteristics where they're not very good at low speed. You have to be careful, you've got to snap over so when you get on the throttle. As I kick up the dirt. As you can see, trying to get down the gears as well, you've got to be careful, you've got to be smooth. Something I'm not particularly good at. But at least with this car, I think it was produced in like 2005. It's modern, it's got downforce, it's got grip, it's got slicks, it's got a tuned engine. So it's got a 5-speed gearbox. It's a pleasure to drive. Now compare that to the 70s version, which is like this, but just dial it back 30 years. Then you've got that snap oversteer that you have to deal with is a bit more of an issue. You don't have the pleasure of slick tyres, you don't have the tuned engine. It's just incredibly basic. And so you have to be 10 times as smooth and 10 times as competent behind the wheel compared to this. This allows for mistakes, so you see, and I've been very dodgy into the slow corners, but the car has the grip. To kind of save it for me before I react. So I'm very fortunate in that aspect with this car. That's maybe why I like it so much, because it kind of covers up my mistakes pretty well. Let's just notice we popped into the 28s and see we're pulling away now. And that is why you don't take the chicane flat out. There we go back to fighting. Or maybe just take the first part flat out, you don't have to take the whole of it flat out though. But yeah, that's the big issue I'm having around this going into that final corner, just losing the back end. As we're down to 6th it looks like, we can still get the top 5. So actually got a fantastic run on 5th, and they're battling for 3rd in front. So go down the inside. So yeah, most of the time then this car covers up my mistakes, but it does have a tipping point. The tip point is much larger, much easier to reach in the 70s version. But I'll talk about that more when I show off that car. Because I think I'll try and show off every kind of car and track car and think of the best combos as well. But that first combo with the MCR round Galpor, that was fantastic. And this combo as well, this is great. It's a real pleasure to drive this car around it. Even though I'm not the best, or I'm still learning this car, is to try and once again make a move into the fast chicane. It's never going to work out. There we go, that's better. That's how you meant to take that final corner. And then you have the Formula V car, which is just very unforgiving. A bit like that Puma GTE. Because it's a Formula car without wings. Very archaic as well. Like he's got old tyres. That's all we get into. Fourth in front. It's at the business end of the race. We want to be making some moves. Of course, you're not able to do it at the moment, no. So here we go. Let's try and set it up out of this fast left, or even into the right. Didn't actually mean to change it down again, look. Fortunately, that set up a run now all the way to the final corner. So take a little look. Nothing there. Has it gone to the penultimate of that? We're saying decent at times, 29s. But as you can see, we can go a second quicker than that. We're being a bit held up here. I think third's been a bit of a cork in the bottle here. And then if we can clear these two, I'm sure we can catch up to at least second quite quickly. As here we go, finally. Going to drive it in very deep. I think we're side by side. No, we weren't. We cleared them. There we go, block them up on the apex of the corner so we can get the better exit. But you're hearing the tyres screech, you're in the back end trying to swing round all the time. But fortunately the car doesn't have the power to kind of turn us round. It's a bit like, I guess it's like a GT4 car in that sense, is it? Never reading what a GT4 car kind of drives like, or even a GT3. As they're about to go into the final lap. You know, we're going to get our podium, at least, even if it's not going to be the victory that we should have got. But I don't think we are 3 or 4 seconds of that quicker than anyone. Maybe a second. Oh yeah, this has been great fun. So God, you've got to be so careful into that corner. There you go, get on the power nice and early. It seems to work better with dabbing the brakes so you can get a bit more turning into that corner, rather than just letting the car kind of float through there and roll through there. I see, really catching up to the top two now. Really have gapped 4th and 5th. Yeah, definitely looking forward to showing off some more content from this Reiza pack. As I said, Virginia on the way, so is Imola. The car tries to get away. Tries. In the final corner, but in the end we've run out of time. I did a 27.8 on that final lap. But we got our podium, we got our champagne, and we got to show off a beautiful circuit and a nice car to drive as well. Once again, just like the MCR, I think Reiza have done a fantastic job. We'll definitely try this car out around a few other circuits as well, not just in the pack. I can imagine this would be good fun rounds, so like Brands Hatch, on the circuits that are quite high speed. The odd slow corner. So quite a few British circuits actually, come to think of it. Even around Knock Hill, I imagine this car would be good fun. But I hope you enjoyed some more Reiza DLC from rFactor 2. I'll be back next time with some more. Not sure what though. Don't know, I have to try out and practice. But thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Punt to pass. Oh, and he takes the lead before the finish line.